It's a tough fight for. Look, I advise Crawford not to take a fight like that because I know what it's like when you give too much weight away. Even though Crawford is a big welterweight fighter and and he's a strong fighter as well. But look, Canelo is a bit stronger and heavier in my opinion.
So the fight with Crawford and Canelo, that's likely to be announced.
I think Crawford wants the fight a lot. He wants the fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent. And he has different mentality here, champion mentality. I think the fight will be much more interesting.
What do you make of the weight in that fight, the weight difference?
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, because we could see this fight. Canelo.
Now that the highly anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford has been confirmed for September, boxing professionals are beginning to share their opinions and predictions. Renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas, known for his sharp analysis and no-nonsense approach, hasn't hesitated to pick Crawford to pull off the upset against Alvarez. Speaking on his podcast The Fight with Teddy Atlas, he expressed strong belief in Crawford's exceptional qualities, emphasizing that his mental toughness and unique skill set go beyond physical advantages and could be the key to
his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo.
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah. He's playing weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking.
You know where I'm leaning. I'll make it even clearer so there's no suspense. I'm not going against Crawford, said Teddy Atlas. I do think he's that special guy. I think Canelo is special too, but Crawford even more so. He hasn't learned how to lose yet. He has those special ingredients that go beyond the physical, and that's it. You don't like it? Too bad. Atlas acknowledged that while both fighters are exceptional, Terence Crawford possesses something truly unique. His endorsement carries significant weight, given his decades of experience training world champions and analyzing the sport's biggest fights.
If you add on 3, Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few...
It will be tough. Crawford will need to be perfect, but he's made a career out of being just that, said one analyst. I think his sharpness and speed will be key factors. Canelo will apply relentless pressure, and Crawford will have to weather some tough moments, but I see him doing just enough, being that bit more clinical in a brilliant fight that he can win on points. Meanwhile, speaking to YSM Sports Media back in January, IBF welterweight world champion Jaron "Boots" Ennis couldn't pick a winner, saying, "It's a good fight, a 50-50 fight, and I think it's the kind of fight everybody wants to see."
Canelo and Crawford, or Fury and AJ. And you know what? I thought to myself, if you'd asked me that 12 months ago, I'd have jumped at Fury and AJ all day. But if you'd asked me now, I don't know. I don't want to see Canelo. I don't know. Do you know what? For British boxing and the domestic scene, I'd rather see Fury and AJ. But for an actual boxing match and a spectacle.
Yeah, there's nothing
said.
He has since changed his stance and now leans toward Canelo Alvarez, telling Fight Hub TV that Crawford's decision to jump straight to super middleweight to face the division's best without a tune-up fight is a mistake. I think you've got to lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he's been knocking out big guys, and Canelo's not even really a true 168-pounder. He probably should be at 160, maybe, and he's still been hurting these guys, he explained. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight at 160 just to get the feel of someone a little bigger. When you move up in weight, you need time to develop and put on muscle. He might not want to fight right now because he's building, but I think he should stay sharp and avoid a long layoff.
More towards Canelo, because like I said before, he's been putting big guys out and down. And Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he's dropping these guys and things like that. So and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure.
Val was asked to share his thoughts on the highly anticipated potential showdown between the exceptionally talented Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, who is widely regarded as one of the finest fighters in boxing today.
He's dropping those guys like that. So I don't know. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. You know, the fans want to see it. So so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60. To get his body, to fill into somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like that muscle going and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should.
I remember when I first came to the boxing gym, one of the first lessons I learned was that you should respect weight classes, said Dmitry Bivol. But Terence is one of my favorite active fighters. He has very good skills. Maybe he'll show us something special. He already knows what to do, and his coach knows as well. They'll find a way to make it work. When asked directly whether he thought Crawford could beat Canelo, Bivol responded, "I can imagine it." This highlights the high regard Bivol has for Crawford's abilities, even though he would be facing a naturally bigger opponent. Bivol also emphasized that Crawford's ring intelligence could give him an edge, adding, "I can tell you that Crawford is one of the best fighters in the world right now. I see him having more boxing IQ."
Wanting to fight Canelo, 3 divisions up. Good idea, bad idea?
I don't remember sizes of Terence Crawford.
Welterweight.
If he big, actually.
Maybe he's probably my size, maybe like 170, I think.
I remember when I came to the boxing gym.
Former unified super lightweight champion Amir Khan moved up 2 weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez in 2016 at a catchweight of 155 pounds. The fight ended in the 6th round when Canelo landed a devastating right hand to Khan's chin, sending the Brit crashing to the canvas. Khan also fought Terence Crawford in 2019, and after being dropped in the 1st round, he lost the fight in the 6th by technical knockout. In an interview with Boxing News, Khan said, "It's going to be a great test for Crawford."
First lesson which I should learn, it's like you should respect weight classes. What it means. But Terence Crawford now is one of the favorite fighters, active fighters, I mean. He has good skills, very good skills. Maybe he could.
However, when discussing why the fight hasn't happened yet, Khan said, "It seems to me that Canelo is scared and doesn't want to fight him. All these excuses he's coming out with." Julio Cesar Chavez, one of those backing Alvarez, shared his own prediction for the fight, offering a bold outcome that many fans might not expect. Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Chavez said, "Canelo Alvarez will not only win the fight but knock Crawford out. It's really an uneven fight. Crawford is a great fighter, but Canelo is out of his league. Crawford is going for the money, and Canelo is going to knock him out."
Crawford could beat him. Crawford is a big 147 fighter, and he's strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight does happen as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes.
However, when discussing why the fight hasn't happened yet, Khan said, "It seems to me that Canelo is scared and doesn't want to fight him. All these excuses he's coming out with." Julio Cesar Chavez, one of those backing Alvarez, shared his own prediction for the fight, offering a bold outcome that many fans might not expect. Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Chavez said, Canelo Alvarez will not only win the fight but knock Crawford out. It's really an uneven fight. Crawford is a great fighter, but Canelo is out of his league. Crawford is going for the money, and Canelo is going to knock him out.
Es una pelea muy dispareja, la verdad. Crawford es un gran peleador, pero no tiene nada que hacer en ese peso. Con todo respeto, él va por el dinero y Canelo lo va a noquear.
The two fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo's going to knock him out.
Despite his complicated relationship with Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya has shared his thoughts on a possible showdown between the Mexican superstar and Terence Crawford. De la Hoya insists that his predictions regarding any potential fight involving Canelo are unbiased. The former world champion holds a bold opinion on the potential outcome of this hypothetical matchup, believing that Canelo, with his greater size and power, would have a clear advantage over Crawford.
What do I think of that fight?
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows that Crawford got the skills. You think that Canelo's a little big for Crawford. It'll be a tall task for him to win.
At 154, Crawford didn't really look too dangerous in the ring against a beast, so imagine Canelo being the bigger guy and a beast himself. It's almost like a no contest, De La Hoya told Fight Hub TV. I mean, come on, when has a smaller, good fighter ever beaten a good, bigger fighter? It's never happened in the history of the sport. It's rare. De La Hoya emphasized that Crawford, known for his technical ability and punching power, would face a significant physical challenge in taking on Canelo at his natural weight.
It'll be a lot to get that victory based on size alone. Not that size wins fights, but you got a guy that got size and skill. It'll be hard. I mean,
while some experts believe Terence Crawford has the skills to compete with Canelo Alvarez, the disparity in size and power could prove decisive. For now, the future of this potential fight remains uncertain, as both fighters have existing commitments. The possibility of an agreement will depend on several factors, including contract negotiations and strategic decisions from both teams. There aren't many fighters who have shared the ring with both Crawford and Canelo, but Amir Khan is one of the few to do so. After suffering stoppage defeats to both, Khan has already shared his thoughts on how a potential Crawford versus Canelo matchup would play out.
too many weight classes. Although the skills, Crawford is the best fighter that I've seen. Now,
there are a few others who have sparred with both men, and one of them has now shared his thoughts on how he thinks the fantasy clash could unfold. That man is middleweight contender Kyron Davis, who also faced fellow Canelo rival David Benavidez in November 2021. Having sparred with both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Davis told Mill City Boxing that he thinks it would be extremely tough for Crawford and would back Alvarez to secure the victory. Canelo is a big guy, and it's going to be a lot for Crawford. He can take a punch, so you're not going to hurt Canelo. I don't think Crawford can hurt him with one punch. Maybe he can cut an eye or something or bother him to the body, Davis said.